なぜなら私は
My Hero Academia has a lot of action and emotion as it shows the journey about an ordinary boy wanting to be an extraordinary man no matter what the circumstance. This anime consists of some superheroes with extraordinary quirks, so today we'll be talking about the top 5 overpowered characters in My Hero Academia who are almost impossible to stop and their quirk makes them an unstoppable force to deal with. Before we start with the list, I'd like to make it very clear that we'll be including characters from the first 3 seasons of the anime only and not the manga.
本気の目だ。
ゴテ君捕まって早く。
At number 5 we have Muscular. Muscular has a very bloodthirsty personality. When he looks at you, it's very clear that he actually wants to kill you and he's not even afraid to express that. He likes killing those he fights and often says, "Show me your blood," which makes it even more evident. Muscular's physical strength is jaw-dropping. Even without using his quirk, he can send his opponents flying with remarkable force with merely a simple kick. He can easily shatter a rock with minimal effort. His fight with Izuku Midoriya was an example of his super strong abilities as he was only playing around. When using his muscle augmentation, he was able to take the full brunt of Izuku's 100% Detroit Smash with minimal injury, which in itself is extraordinary. Yes, it's true that he lost to Izuku Midoriya, and honestly, it's even fair that he lost to someone who possesses the quirk of the mighty All Might. But, let's not forget that the main reason behind him losing the battle was his overconfidence, which caused him to become distracted during his fight, and Izuku, being Izuku, made the most of his will and determination. That fight was truly a masterpiece for all anime fans. Despite having this huge body, Muscular is very fast, which is again very impressive. When using his muscle augmentation, he can launch himself off the ground at blurring speeds, and yes, he's not just good with attack but also defense. He can defend himself by covering his whole body in augmented muscle fiber, so what more can you ask from an A-rank villain?
教えてやるよ、イレイザーヘッド。そいつが対平和の象徴、怪人ノーム。
At number 4 we have Nomu. Okay, let me start by saying that when Nomu was battling the mighty All Might actually had to go beyond his 100% power to beat Nomu. When the number 1 superhero, the mighty All Might, the superhero who everyone looks up to, has no option but to use all his power to beat you, oh god, you really are a super strong villain. But the main point is that Nomu cannot speak or think for himself. He is only capable of following orders and will do so without question, and even without mercy. Nomu is the strongest artificial human as he was able to severely injure All Might to a point where he couldn't even move. Designed as a counter to All Might, he has been described as a humanoid punching bag for all his combination of quirks that actually allows him to take powerful blows and debilitating injuries without a thought. Despite his Herculean bulk, Nomu is blindingly fast. Nomu also has the ability to regenerate anything, from injuries to limbs, just anything, and he can also absorb the shock of any attack but to a certain limit. At number 3 we have our flame hero Endeavor. First of all, he looks very dashing. His blazing body can make anyone admire him, including me. You see, those flames on his body are so damn cool. He is prideful and his only goal in life was to surpass All Might. After All Might's retirement, Endeavor has certainly taken his place as the number 1 superhero. Endeavor is an immensely powerful superhero. Let's not forget he was able to single-handedly take on and defeat several Nomus without sustaining any damage, and that in itself is crazy. Endeavor is usually not a sociable person. Despite this, his competence at solving crimes and defeating villains is just unquestionable. His blazing flames can burn any villain to death. Endeavor has a bad temper which has been demonstrated on several occasions, and that does not go unnoticed by the public. His dismissive and aggressive behavior is a selling point to all his fans. One of Endeavor's most prominent traits is his ability to never give up and continues to push past his limits and injuries in his battle against dangerous villains, and that's a quality every superhero must possess. His quirk, Hellflame, allows him to produce and manipulate fire at will. Endeavor can send out long thin blasts of fire out of the tips of his fingers, which he can use to cut through his target, and he can also launch a massive concentrated beam of fire from his entire body that is able to vaporize his target. So with all these abilities, he certainly is someone that can really get your ass on fire. And yes, I mean literally.
筋骨バネか瞬発力かける4 旅力増強 ×3 増殖肥大化美容エアウォーク総骨確実に殺すために今の僕が掛け合わせられる最高最適の個性たちで君を殴る
At number 2 we have Japan's most powerful villain, All For One. All For One is the true mastermind behind the League of Villains and the central antagonist of the series. He is All Might's arch nemesis. He is the only villain who could actually give All Might a run for his money. All For One is extremely powerful as he battled All Might when he was in his prime and gave him a grievous wound, and someone who can do that to All Might has got to be powerful. His latest fight with All Might was the best thing I've ever seen in a long time, as it literally gave me the chills, and he also almost beat All Might. Yes, All Might won in the end, but this fight was so fierce that All Might ran out of fuel and that he could never use his superpowers again. That's what a super villain does to you. All For One's quirk allows him to steal people's quirks and renders them his own. His quirk can also grant stolen quirks to other people and forcibly activate them against the others. All For One possesses an extreme amount of durability, and he was able to survive All Might's United States of Smash. All For One easily knocked out Best Genius, the number 4 pro hero, and that says a lot about his power. He doesn't need more words to be described, as he's the strongest villain in My Hero Academia.
こんな言葉を知ってるかさらに向こうへ連れて
And finally, at number 1 we have our symbol of hope, the charismatic, charming, super strong All Might. Honestly, I've seen a lot of anime and a lot of superheroes, but trust me, not many are like our All Might. It's not his power only that actually makes you like him, it's his selflessness that makes you admire him to a level where you wish the anime was real and that you could really meet him someday. Every time I watch a scene of All Might, I truly learn something. He teaches us that being a superhero is not only about defeating villains but also protecting people, and that too with a big smile. He was the 8th holder of the One For All quirk as he passed the torch to Izuku Midoriya, who believes will eventually be his successor. All Might was recognized as the strongest hero in the world, and villains were largely discouraged by his presence in society. All Might was so strong that his single punch could not only defeat a villain but completely change the weather shortly afterward. All Might's pure, overwhelming strength is comparable to that of a nuclear device. He quite literally beat the shock absorption of Nomu and was able to clash with All For One's attacks and cancel out their highly destructive power with brute strength alone. He has this catchphrase, "I am here," which really assures people of their safety. His strongest attack was the United States of Smash, where he used all his power to deliver a massive punch powerful enough to send shockwaves reverberating the surrounding area. All Might had to use this move to defeat All For One, and he used all the embers of One For All to defeat All For One and then retired, ending his era as the world's greatest hero. He was able to defeat All For One, being much weaker compared to before when in his prime, and that says a lot about his power. So what do you guys think of a list? Comment below and let us know. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell icon so that you never miss our new uploads. We'll see you next time on the Anime Region.
All for one. United, stay